Hello, this is JilliBling of JilliBling.com, and I would like to share with you today this project right here. This project was designed by Chris Smith, and it's so sweet, so simple, could be used for any occasion. And I thought this would be a great traveling project, which we've been doing lately, where the box can go home with you for a few days. And you could do as many as you like, and feel free to do this project. There'll probably be maybe 20 in the box, but do as many as you like. And as people express interest in it, it will be reserved, but until while supplies last. So how about if we make this project? It's so sweet. A little bit of Wink of Stella on there. So I'll show you all the different samples. Here's this one. You can see the Dainty Diamonds embossing folder. And this one I did a little bit more coloring on the inside. Most of them I tried not to. I was trying to keep it really simple, because I know when we start doing a lot of coloring, a few of you kind of sigh, because you don't want to do too much coloring. So here's this one. Went a little bit of a different direction, and it has more of the leaves on it. Again, using Dainty Diamonds and kind of the blue tones. And then this one, and this has Wink of Stella on the flower and on the leaves. And when you see them in person, it's easier to see the bling. And isn't that beautiful? So simple. I might do that on our sample project today. It's just elegant. And then this one. This is the last one I did. I really liked it. We always need to have on hand. Sorry for your loss. You never know when it's going to come up. And, you know, I have a question, and maybe you could reply in the comments. So when you're sending a sympathy card, do you tailor the card to the recipient or toward the deceased? So if it's a couple, and say the man passes, do you send a girly card, or do you send a manly card? I'm not sure. So hopefully you all will know. But this is just really nice. And definitely it's very soft and gentle, which I think someone at that time, they would need. Kind of like how that one turned out too. Maybe going this direction. Oh, I don't know. So you'll have your choice of what kind of ribbon you want. And this is based mostly on using granite gray. So let's get started. The set is, okay, this is another thing. I always say this word wrong. Peony, prize peony. I'm just going to pretend like that's right. Isn't that pretty? And the words in it are very nice. And you know, when you're looking at the set, if ever you see down here, it says images are at 90% the size. So sometimes in the past I would take my papers, make sure they fit perfectly on there, and then when I would open it up, the stamp would be considerably bigger. So because I've done that a few times now, I always make sure to watch for this little note right here. Okay, and we'll be using two die sets, Forever Flourish and Stitch Shapes. Forever Flourish is for our flourishes. Stitch Shapes is for the stitched oval, and we'll also be using layering ovals for the scalloped oval. I don't know which one I like best. Only use two colors of ink, Memento and Granite Gray. Lots of ribbon choices in the box. Of course, Wink of Stella, my new favorite. Lately I've just been on a roll with it. Maybe because there isn't glitter in the catalog. Maybe I'm missing that. Okay. So over here, okay, I need more room to work. I'll keep that there. You can pick out an already cut flower, or you're welcome to stamp it on the scrap paper and cut it out yourself. That's just fine. But these will be in the kit along with the stamp set. Blue plate, this is for the texture. This is the Dainty Diamonds embossing folder. And if you have a new Big Shot, it will be the gray plate, but until the gray plate was available, which was earlier this month, we had a blue plate. Okay, so I'm going to run this through. I love this folder. I think it's my new favorite. Okay, so that's done. And here is Forever Flourish Leaves. So let me run that through. And there it is. And we'll probably cut it in half. Maybe. Well, that's another thing. This one I did 2 bunches and I put Wink of Stella on them. This one I left it whole and I put it down at the bottom. This one I cut it in half and put 2 little bits here and here. And this one, just like Chris did, cut it in half and put it up at the top. So this is for the scalloped oval, and if you get the paper you're going to say, that doesn't fit. But if you put it at an angle, if you're not sure, if you run it upside down, it's really close. I should have cut the paper bigger, but it's already all cut. Okay, so there, it will cut perfectly fine. And then here's the white oval. The white oval paper, that fits just fine. And that has the stitching on the inside of it. Okay, so we could use that. These are inside, these little pieces. These are inside papers. Oop, I have an extra one. And base paper. Okay, so let's take the Dainty Diamonds embossing folder piece and put that on with dimensionals. If we put it flat, that would be fine, but if we raised it up on dimensionals, it creates just a little bit of a shadow, a little bit more interest. So let's do that. Because this embossing folder does a whole heck of a lot of embossing, the paper is a little, like the fibers are broken, so it's very flexible. So instead of putting just 4 dimensionals on the back, I'm going to do 6. I don't want the paper kind of bowing when it's given. Okay, so there is that. And time to color this. Because all of these are very subtle and subdued, I think I'm going to do a loud and wild coloring on this. How about fiery red-orange? Hoo hoo hoo! What do you think? Is it going to be too loud? Some people like that. I kind of like it. So these colors are Poppy Light and Dark, Mango Light and Dark, and Apple for the leaves. So that's going to go on here. What should we do with this thing this time? I think off to the side, but you know what? I'm going to put Wink of Stella on this. Wink of Stella doesn't take too long to dry, but I definitely don't want it sticky and wet. And when you get your first Wink of Stella, this is a brand new one, you have to open it up because there's a little black band, and it's just a ring. You could pull the ring off, and then it will activate the liquid from in here to go up into the brush. And if ever enough isn't coming out, you can carefully, see right here it says push, give it just a little bit of squeeze, and that will force some of the liquid down through here. But if you do too much, I'm almost inclined to show you my paper. I had splotches all over because it came out through here and jumped out onto the paper. kind of a waste of Stella. I'm going to do just a little bit. Because I want more to come out. It's such a fine little detail of a glimmer. Ooh, I should do it on the flower, huh? That's coming out. Okay, I'm going to give it a squeeze again. But like I said, don't squeeze it too much too often. And those little blobs of ink that I had when I first started this new one, I happened to put my hand in it and it's really sticky. Okay. Done with Stella. So now how about words? The words in here, so sorry, I did a few of those. Your sweet friendship refreshes the soul. My thoughts are with you. Love and thanks to a dear friend. That's what I did on this one. Maybe I could do it going this way. I'll try that. Love and thanks to a dear friend. So I'm going to do that in Granite Gray. There's a lot of neutrals in this card. But that lets the flower be the showstopper. So because these words are partially script and partially block, sometimes it's hard to get it stamped straight because this is going at an angle. So if you can, focus just on the block words going up and down on your oval. And when you start stamping, you'll go, oh, that's what you're talking about. Okay, so that came out just fine. And notice how I put the Granite Gray scallop oval behind, just so you could see the outline of the oval, which will help you with lining it up too. Okay, so these can be attached. Yesterday, my new refill for my Stampin' Seal arrived. As planned, as scheduled. Also, how you put the oval on the scalloped oval, it makes a little bit of a difference. Okay, so now when I'm looking at that, it looks a little crooked. Well, this flower certainly is bold. It will steal the show. So when Chris did hers, I think she had hers pointing upward a little bit, her leaves. That fills up a little bit more of this vanilla space. Maybe this could go down here. I keep trying that, I'm not sure. Maybe I'll cut it. You're going to have so many samples. Well, that's kind of cool. Okay, so for ribbon, a little bit of very vanilla lace. You know that pink one? I kind of liked how I did all the back and forth. So let me grab the granite and do some of that. So first of all, put adhesive right where the oval is going to go. And this piece I'll have here. Then you can loop it however you like. It's kind of at a big angle. Okay, this one could go here. Let's see, how is that going to, you know what, I'm going to attach these dimensionals. So I put dimensionals on the back of my little flower. And now I'll stick on these leaves. And if needed, I can adjust them. Okay, and to make sure they stay in place, because they're not held on with much, I'm going to use my liquid glue. Okay, that's done. Stay in place. Okay, so back to laying the ribbon. So how does it look on there? There's not too much of this ribbon showing, and kind of a lot of that. So I'm going to shorten this and make the loop a little bigger. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so then I'm going to trim the ribbon. Nice. So now for the lace, maybe I'll just do a little loop. Have it end right here. I'll just have a fold over, no loop. Before I trim it, let's see how that looks. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so now I know where it should go. I'll trim it. So these ribbons are somewhat stuck in the adhesive, but once I put this oval on using dimensionals, that will confirm their placement. And because these ribbons are a little fluffy, I might use, instead of 4 dimensionals, 6. Today is a dimensional kind of day. Okay, so I'll get it right in the middle. I like that. Pretty, pretty. Okay, so for the inside, no dimensionals on the inside. This piece of granite gray can just get attached. Okay, so what should I stamp on the inside? Love and thanks to a dear friend. My thoughts are with you. Oh, you're sweet. Love and thanks to a dear friend. This is all about friend. Your sweet friendship refreshes the soul. Oh, and I liked using that big one. So, here's the big one. And friendship. There's this little pattern down here that matches the Dainty Diamonds embossing folder. I might try adding some of that. So everything is done in granite gray, trying to keep it really simple. Okay. And here's this big flower. That's so pretty. Look at that. Stampin' Up! Has some great artists, great technology to make it so realistic looking. I could color that the bright orange, but I don't want to. You can. You can color yours. So this little pattern, if I look at the Dainty Diamonds embossing folder, it's more diamonds rather than squares. So if I turn this at an angle, it's going to match. I bet you they planned that. Where should I put this? What's it look like? Very slight. Stamped off? Oh, that's good too. I don't know. It's kind of beautiful just as it is. You know what? I'm going to try it on the back. Is there a place for that on here? Diamonds. Make it diamonds, not squares. What do you think? It's okay. If I had to do it again, I don't know. I like the stamp, but, well, whenever you put it on the inside of a card with that little layer, it brings it all together and makes it look good. So let's see. It's very pretty. Very pretty. Oh, and you know, I planned on putting little sparkles on all these, and I didn't even pull it out. Hold on, hold on. I bought a package of these just for this project. It's time. These are so pretty. They are called Elegant Faceted Gems. And they are elegant. I think they're, I was about to say my favorite thing in the catalog, but I like some stamps, but these are so pretty. These are clear. These have kind of a rosy color, and these are sparkly white. Okay, what color with this one? I think that is kind of a contrast. I'll just do plain white. I know they're a little expensive, so let's do just 3 of them on here. 1. Try to get that glue dot. Did I get it? No. Putting it back on here, on top the glue dot, to try again. I got the glue dot. 1, 2, and then a big one. Three. Icing on the cake. Oh my gosh. I love this one. Okay, now I want to put bling on these. This one wants the white ones. So I'll do 2 little ones. And 1 big one. That's really pretty. Look at the sparkly white. blue one. I think it wants the white ones. This time I'll do 2 big ones and a little one. This is a good way to end up the video. Blinging all these cards. Okay, a little bit more. Boy, none of them I'm using the orange or the peach color. Well, sometimes they'll be used for another project. I don't think you could go wrong with these gems. Look at that. Okay, last one. Oh, so pretty. Whew. Faceted gems, elegant faceted gems to the rescue. Okay, so that is it. Thanks for tuning in. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button in the upper right corner. I'm pretty sure it's a red button. And until next time, have a great day, great weekend, and take care. Bye.